The sun-scorched, vast dunes of ancient Persia stretch endlessly, a silent testament to forgotten empires. Shimmering heat haze conjures spectral images of Cyrus the Great's legions, their forms barely visible. Achaemenid warriors, ghostly and grand, emerge from the desert's breath, their ancient might echoing. Parthian cavalry, fleeting specters, ride across the sands, their presence a whisper of past glory. Sassanid warriors, fierce and proud, manifest in the shimmering air, a visual symphony of millennia. The desert wind, a tireless storyteller, whispers tales of fallen empires and enduring legends. The opulent court of Esther shimmers, bathed in a warm historical glow, hinting at ancient power and untold stories. Gilded interiors gleam, reflecting the weight of diplomacy and survival within its hallowed walls. Esther, a young woman, stands with quiet courage, a beacon of strength amidst the grandeur. Her presence before a powerful king marks a pivotal moment, etched in the annals of time. A silent drama unfolds, a testament to her unwavering spirit in the face of immense power. The air thickens with the primal scent of wild beasts and an undercurrent of palpable fear. Daniel, a beacon of unwavering faith, sits cross-legged on the cold, unforgiving dirt floor. Massive lions pace and growl, their eyes glinting with predatory hunger in the dim, oppressive light. Their hot breath mists the air, teeth bared in a terrifying display. Yet they hold back, miraculously. Amidst the chaotic roars, an impossible calm envelops Daniel, a testament to his miraculous survival. A rapid montage unfolds, a relentless current of time sweeping across a vast desert landscape under the scorching sun. Ancient maps shimmer and shift, as Islamic crescent moon symbols gracefully sweep across the parchment. The old world visibly recedes, its familiar contours fading into the sands of time. A profound, cultural transformation. The new world emerges, vibrant and resolute, as the desert landscape transforms under a spiritual dawn. In 1953, the Prime Minister's office is heavy with the scent of old wood, a palpable sense of impending doom. Mohammad Mossadegh, a man of quiet determination, sits at his ornate desk, reviewing documents. Sunlight struggles to pierce thick curtains, casting long, unsettling shadows across the room, mirroring unseen forces. He remains oblivious to the clandestine American operation, its tightening grip around his very fate. The vibrant energy of Tehran's streets erupts into a chaotic surge of protests and unrest, the air thick with tension. Crowds of people, their faces etched with anger and defiance, clash with the Shah's unyielding forces. Stern soldiers advance through the throngs, their presence a stark symbol of authority and brutal suppression. With each forceful push and every silenced voice, the deep-seated seeds of future upheaval are visibly sown. In the opulent Shah's palace, crystal chandeliers cast a dazzling glow upon a sea of impeccably dressed guests. Laughter and clinking glasses fill the air, a vibrant symphony of Western excess where champagne flows freely. This lavish display of wealth sharply contrasts with an unseen, yet palpable, discontent simmering beyond the palace walls. The disconnect between the ruler and his populace hangs heavy, a silent presence amidst the festive atmosphere. Tehran's streets seethe with a vibrant human tide, a swirling tapestry of revolutionary fervor. Countless placards hoist Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini's image high, dominating the electrified atmosphere. The air crackles with anticipation as the Islamic Revolution ushers in a new era of hardline rule. Faces, young and old, reflect a complex blend of hope, unwavering determination, and a hint of uncertainty. In a dimly lit room, Iranian officials gather, their faces grim, etched with the weight of critical decisions. The air crackles with palpable tension, as hushed, intense conversations fill the space. They speak of burgeoning nuclear ambitions, a shadowed promise of expanding influence across the Middle East. A long-term hostility with the West begins to simmer, an ominous undercurrent in their strategic discussions. In a stark U.S. intelligence briefing room, a large screen glows with projected maps casting an eerie light. Blue and green hues illuminate Iran's nuclear sites and regional proxies across the Middle East, a stark visual of global tension. Intelligence analysts, their faces grim and etched with concern, gather around a long table. They gesture intensely at the projections, their hushed discussions conveying a palpable sense of escalating threats. The air crackles with the weight of unseen dangers, a grim tableau of impending crisis. A vast, sprawling Iranian nuclear facility sprawls across the desolate desert, an ominous monument to unseen ambitions. High walls, barbed wire, and menacing guard towers assert its impenetrable perimeter. Satellite images zoom in, revealing a hive of activity vehicles moving, personnel walking, and construction continuing. The subtle, insistent ticking of a clock underscores the urgent, ever-present threat of time. Fluorescent lights hum, casting a stark, unsettling glow across the high-tech Israeli war room. Israeli military commanders and U.S. advisors lean over illuminated screens, their faces etched with grim concentration. The air crackles with an almost palpable tension, heavy with the weight of impending decisions. Their fingers hover over digital maps, finalizing the intricate plans for Operation Lion's Roar. A network of glowing lines and tactical symbols sprawls across the screens, a digital web of fate. The room is thick with a silent, heavy anticipation, a prelude to the storm about to break. The pre-dawn sky over Iran, a canvas of deep blues and purples, hints at the coming light. The first faint streaks of dawn paint the horizon, a silent promise of a new day. Suddenly, squadrons of advanced fighter jets pierce the tranquil sky, their dark forms cutting through the dawn. The air vibrates with the deafening roar of their engines, a powerful symphony of steel and fire. The operation has begun, a dramatic ballet of power unfolding against the awakening sky. The tranquil Tehran skyline, bathed in the soft light of dawn, is abruptly shattered by concussive explosions. Anti-aircraft fire erupts across the city, bright streaks of futile light against the pre-dawn gloom. The city transforms into a horrifying canvas of fire and thick, black smoke. Flames engulf structures, casting an infernal glow against the once serene sky. Ominous plumes of smoke rise, a somber testament to the sudden devastation. A deafening roar rips through the desert air as a massive explosion erupts from the heart of the Iranian nuclear facility. Concrete, twisted metal, and earth launch skyward, propelled by an unseen, devastating force. A colossal mushroom cloud of smoke billows with terrifying speed, rapidly obscuring the sun. The sheer scale of the devastation is immediate and absolute, a chilling testament to the power unleashed. The desert landscape is scarred, a silent witness to the catastrophic event that has just unfolded. Chaos erupts in the Iranian military command center as screens flicker and die, plunging the room into disarray. The building is rocked by direct hits, sending tremors through the panicked officers scrambling for cover. Fear is etched on their faces as explosions echo, sealing their fate. The leadership is decimated, bodies strewn across the floor. A grim tableau of sudden destruction. The once vibrant command center is now a silent testament to the devastating power of the attack. Against the stark February sky, key Iranian government buildings erupt in a horrifying inferno, flames devouring their structures. The air thickens with acrid smoke and the ominous glow of widespread destruction, painting a grim tableau. The aerial onslaught's chilling precision is laid bare, a testament to its devastating and calculated power. Amidst the chaos, the sheer scale of the destruction is horrifyingly clear, a stark image of a nation under siege. Inside the bunker, the air hangs heavy with dust and the palpable weight of fear, a silent testament to recent devastation. Around a scarred table, Iranian leaders sit, their faces etched with a mosaic of shock and despair. Some clutch bandaged wounds, their grimaces a stark reflection of their pain and the recent conflict. Others stare blankly, their eyes wide with an unyielding shock, lost in the aftermath of unforeseen events. Slowly, a steely, grim determination hardens their expressions as they begin to plan their next desperate move. Under the cloak of night, the vast Iranian desert stretches endlessly, a silent canvas awaiting its fiery transformation. Massive ballistic missiles ignite with a thunderous roar, their engines spewing incandescent flames into the inky blackness. Fiery trails arc across the heavens, defiant streaks of light against the oppressive darkness, a terrifying display of power. The very ground trembles and groans, a primal response to the unleashed fury, shaking the desert's ancient foundations. The Israeli night sky is ripped open by the mournful wail of air raid sirens, a chilling prelude to terror. Distant explosions blossom in the darkness, their concussive force shaking the city's very foundations. Bright streaks of interceptors crisscross the heavens, desperately battling an incoming barrage. Below, the city is a tableau of fear and chaos, its populace gripped by an unseen enemy. Swarming like metallic insects, drones dominate the night sky over Gulf oil refineries and military installations. Bright missiles streak across the darkness, their fiery paths leading to imminent destruction. Devastating impacts erupt in massive explosions, painting the night with horrifying bursts of fire. The ground trembles violently as the explosions send shockwaves through the air, chaos expanding rapidly. Fiery plumes rise into the blackness, casting an ominous glow on the surrounding devastation. The terrifying conflict metastasizes, an unstoppable surge of destruction engulfing the Gulf. The night sky above the U.S. base in Kuwait erupts in a terrifying series of searing orange flashes, momentarily blinding. Explosions bloom in the distance, their fiery breath painting the horizon with destruction, a prelude to chaos. A concussive thump rattles the very ground beneath, a visceral shockwave of unseen impacts, announcing danger. Soldiers, caught in the sudden maelstrom, scramble desperately for cover, their movements a blur of survival instinct. The air fills with the raw, guttural shouts of men, and the ominous, distant crackle of spreading fire. Flares erupt, painting the night sky above a U.S. base in Bahrain with an ominous, flickering glow. Explosions rip through the compound, sending a shower of debris against the dark, smoke-filled air. Soldiers scramble, their faces grim, as they return fire into the chaotic darkness, battling an unseen enemy. The acrid scent of cordite hangs heavy, mixing with the deafening cacophony of relentless battle. Long, dancing shadows stretch and writhe across the base, mirroring the frantic movements of the fighting. This relentless assault is a stark, undeniable signal of the conflict's terrifying regional expansion. Inside the Hezbollah command center, the air crackles with tension and the low thrum of unseen electronics. Grim-faced Hezbollah commanders bark urgent orders into headsets, their voices sharp in the controlled chaos. A large table is dominated by maps, their illuminated targets glowing ominously in the dim light. On a bank of screens, thermal imagery reveals rockets, streaks of fire, launching from concealed positions. The fiery arcs of the rockets soar through the night, headed relentlessly towards northern Israel. The proxy war intensifies, a silent, deadly game unfolding in the oppressive darkness. The night sky above northern Israel is abruptly illuminated by a blinding flash, a harbinger of imminent destruction. A rocket screams down from the heavens, its descent a terrifying prelude to the deafening explosion. The building erupts in a cataclysmic blast, debris raining down like a morbid confetti, signaling utter devastation. Another rocket impacts, then another, creating a horrifying symphony of destruction that pierces the night. Amidst the rubble and smoke, the tragic sight of civilian casualties is evident, a stark testament to the ongoing violence. The air is thick with smoke and terror-stricken cries as the cycle of violence escalates with chilling palpability. The once vibrant Beirut skyline now stands as a haunting canvas of utter destruction. Heavy Israeli air raids tear through the city, the crumpling of buildings echoing a symphony of devastation. Thick, acrid smoke billows relentlessly into the sky, cruelly obscuring the sun's light. The immense human cost in Lebanon unfolds below, a silent, tragic testament to the unfolding devastation. Above the endless Qatari desert, the sky transforms into a canvas of chaotic light and fury. Unseen air defense systems unleash a barrage of missiles, streaking upwards like vengeful spirits. Iranian bombers, dark silhouettes against the bright sky, weave and turn in a desperate aerial dance. Explosions bloom in the air, fiery roses against the blue expanse, marking the escalating conflict. One bomber, gravely hit, spirals downwards in a fiery descent, a trail of smoke marking its demise. Another, its wing torn and shattered, follows as the Gulf nations are drawn into this fiery embrace. A deafening roar rips through the desert air as a massive explosion erupts at the Qatari LNG facility. Flames, orange and black, immediately engulf the sprawling complex, a terrifying inferno against the sky. Billowing smoke chokes the sky, a dark plume rising from the catastrophic scene as distant sirens wail. News channels around the globe flash breaking alerts, their urgent headlines screaming the unfolding disaster. The world's energy markets instantly react, prices spiking, and graphs plummeting and soaring in a frenzied dance. In the global stock exchange, traders in London, New York, and Tokyo stare, their faces illuminated by harsh screen glows. Red numbers flash across monitors, a relentless cascade, signaling plummeting stock prices and economic ruin. The once frantic energy of the trading floor has been replaced by a chilling, deafening silence. Eyes wide with disbelief, traders watch their fortunes vanish, the economic fallout immediate and severe. A lone tear traces a path down a trader's cheek, reflecting the grim, red numbers on the screen. The air crackles with unspoken panic as the world watches its financial pillars crumble. Under a clear, azure sky, the vast Strait of Hormuz stretches out, a vital artery of the world. Gray and ominous, Iranian naval vessels slice through the sparkling water, their presence a stark warning. The air crackles with an almost visible tension, a palpable sense of impending conflict hanging heavy. The silent patrol of the warship speaks volumes, a declaration of intent in every ripple they create. A chilling voice echoes. The Strait of Hormuz is closed. The ominous warning rings out. Any ship attempting passage will face attack. In a brightly lit news studio, a news anchor, serious and composed, gazes directly into the camera. Behind him, vivid graphics of a world map flash. The Strait of Hormuz, highlighted in stark relief. The news anchor's voice cuts through the silence. The Strait of Hormuz is closed. His grim pronouncement echoes. Global oil prices have skyrocketed. As the gravity of the announcement settles, the world collectively holds its breath. A U.S. naval vessel slices through the shimmering blue Gulf waters, its bow fixed on the perilous Strait of Hormuz. On the bridge, the stern captain, a woman in her 50s, scans the vast horizon, her gaze unwavering. Her hand tightens on the railing as a low-frequency crackle emanates from the comms, a harbinger of tension. The air vibrates with a palpable hum of tension, a living entity permeating every corner of the ship. A disembodied voice cuts through the air. "Captain, you are ordered to proceed with caution. Be prepared for engagement." In a tense office, the Israeli Prime Minister stands before a bank of microphones, the flags of Israel standing resolute behind him. His face, a mask of steely resolve, is grim and unyielding as he prepares to address the nation. The air in the room is thick with palpable tension, every eye fixed on him. He declares, "We will continue these strikes until Iran's nuclear program is utterly destroyed." His voice unwavering, he adds, "There will be no cessation, no compromise." The U.S. president stands before a podium in the Oval Office, the presidential seal gleaming behind him, a symbol of immense power. His expression is firm, his gaze direct, conveying an unshakable resolve as he prepares to address the nation. He gestures with purpose, each movement emphasizing the gravity of his words, filling the room with an almost palpable tension. "We stand with Israel, and we are committed to eliminating Iran's war-waging capacity," he declares, his voice resonating with conviction. His final words, "Our resolve is clear," hang in the air, a powerful statement of unwavering determination. Under the cloak of night, the Facta, 2 hypersonic missile looms, bathed in the stark, unforgiving glow of floodlights. Its sleek, black silhouette slices through the desert sky, a silent, ominous testament to its deadly design. Technicians in specialized suits move with chilling precision around its base, their movements a dance of impending doom. Final preparations are underway for a launch that promises to escalate the conflict to a terrifying, unknown horizon. The night sky stretches like an inky canvas, city lights gleaming faintly on the distant horizon. A terrifying streak of fire, the Fatah, too, rips through the heavens, a silent, swift predator in the darkness. It bypasses all traditional air defenses, a ghost in the night, its trajectory unwavering. Then, a blinding flash erupts, momentarily turning night into an agonizing, stark day. The impact is a chilling, terrifying demonstration of a new, unseen military capability. In the command center, Qatari officers, uniforms crisp, confirm the downing of Iranian warplanes, their faces glowing with a mix of resolve and weariness. The glow of multiple monitors casts a stark light on their faces, revealing the profound weariness beneath their unwavering resolve. Fingers tap rhythmically on keyboards, a constant hum of activity filling the tense air. Hushed voices relay critical information, a symphony of controlled chaos in the heart of the command center. European leaders gather around a large, polished table, their faces etched with profound concern. The air in the Parliament chamber is heavy with unspoken anxieties and grim expressions. A large monitor dominates the front of the room, displaying a stark, alarming graphic. The words, "European gas prices" blaze across the screen, a chilling declaration. A sharp, upward arrow pierces the graphic, with a bold plus 39.7% flashing ominously below it. The stark reality of the energy crisis hangs heavy in the air, a silent, crushing burden. Under the scorching sun, an Iranian street lies in utter devastation, a landscape of shattered dreams and broken lives. Buildings stand as skeletal fingers against the sky, their concrete bones exposed in a grim testament to destruction. Rescue workers, their faces etched with grim resolve, sift through the rubble, their every movement heavy with sorrow. Dust chokes the air, mingling with the acrid stench of destruction, a suffocating blanket over the scene. Each careful pull from the debris reveals another body, a tragic echo of lives abruptly extinguished. The death toll climbs relentlessly, a horrifying tally of hundreds lost in the devastating aftermath. In the Grand Hall of the United Nations headquarters, dignitaries and delegates fill the room, their faces etched with deep concern. The UN Secretary General stands solemnly at the podium, his expression grave commanding the attention of the assembly. His voice, heavy with the weight of global responsibility, echoes through the hushed hall. Each word he utters is a hammer blow, driving home the impending crisis. He delivers a stark warning, his gaze sweeping across the anxious faces before him. A full-blown regional war looms. The pronouncement hangs in the air, a chilling harbinger of conflict, as the assembly grapples with the grim reality. In a grand, ornate hall, the leaders of the global South gather, their faces etched with a shared, resolute anger. Their collective voices resonate, a powerful chorus condemning the U.S. Israel assault, each word a thunderous declaration. They stand united, their stance a defiant hammer blow against perceived imperialism and flagrant violations. The hall vibrates with their condemnation, a palpable tension as they challenge international norms with unwavering resolve. Inside the Russian Kremlin, stern officials gather around a polished, ornate table, their expressions grim. Their eyes are fixed on a large monitor, its screen ablaze with flashing news headlines of global tension. The air in the room is thick with palpable apprehension, a silent dread hanging heavy. They lean in, their faces etched with concern, as the gravity of the situation settles upon them. Hushed voices fill the chamber, discussing the strategic implications of the unfolding, chaotic events. Each official's face reflects the immense pressure and the weight of critical decisions. In the Grand Council chamber, a palpable tension hums as EU representatives in crisp suits gather around an oval table. Illuminated maps on the walls display intricate projections of potential refugee flows, starkly highlighted in red. The grim faces of the representatives reflect the immense humanitarian impact of the impending crisis. Their expressions are heavy with the weight of decisions, a somber quiet filling the air. Red lines on the map pulsate, mirroring the urgency and peril of the unfolding situation. Each representative carries the burden of countless lives, etched in their furrowed brows and downcast eyes. The vast, ornate hall of the London Stock Exchange hums with a terrifying energy, a financial maelstrom unfolding. Traders in tailored suits shout into phones, their faces contorted with a mixture of stress and outright panic. Screens flicker with a sea of red numbers, a stark visual representation of impending economic doom. News tickers flash relentless headlines of market crashes and widespread economic devastation. The air itself feels thick, with a palpable sense of dread, a suffocating atmosphere of financial collapse. A dark tide of instability washes over everyone, their faces reflecting the grim reality of the unfolding crisis. The Tokyo Stock Exchange erupts in a maelstrom of frantic activity, a terrifying storm of financial chaos. Traders shout into phones, their faces contorted with a desperate, primal panic as numbers plummet. Screens flash a terrifying, blood red, displaying the catastrophic plunge of global markets. The very air crackles with palpable fear as the global economy teeters on the precipice of ruin. The sun beats down relentlessly on ancient Persian ruins, casting long, stark shadows across crumbling stone and shifting sand. Majestic pillars and arches, remnants of a once great empire, stand defiant against the harsh desert light. Towards the horizon, the sky is smudged with ominous smoke, a dark stain of modern destruction. The air, heavy with dust, carries a faint, unsettling scent of metal, a chilling contrast to ancient history. A stark, unsettling juxtaposition unfolds. The silent legacy of a bygone era meets the violent clamor of today. The ancient ruins, once symbols of power, now bear witness to a world consumed by conflict. The sun beats down on a desolate, war-torn landscape, an unforgiving light on a scarred world. Sickly gray smoke billows from distant fires, painting the sky with the grim hues of destruction. Craters and debris litter the ground, silent witnesses to the brutal conflict that rages without end. The air, thick with burning and the metallic tang of blood, whispers of civilizations unraveling. Under the inky blackness, the vast, desolate sands of Persia stretch endlessly, a silent witness to ancient strife. Pillars of smoke claw skyward, their dark forms stark against the star-dusted canvas of the night. Distant fires cast an ominous orange glow, painting the horizon with the hues of impending conflict. The air, thick with the acrid scent of burning, carries the muffled, unsettling sounds of a distant battle. The ancient land, scarred by countless battles, endures yet another chapter of relentless strife. The earth hangs in the blackness of space, a brilliant swirl of blue and white, a beacon of life. Below, the Middle East glows with an unnatural, fiery light, not from cities, but from countless explosions. The horrifying tableau unfolds, a stark and terrifying visualization of immense conflict from above. Each fiery bloom marks a tragedy, a silent testament to the destruction raging on the surface. The beautiful planet is marred by the brutal, man-made scars of war, a chilling contrast. The sun ascends, casting long, stark shadows across a world irrevocably altered, a silent testament to past devastation. A pervasive haze of lingering smoke hangs heavy in the air, a visible scar on the horizon, choking the light. The future, an abstract concept, shimmers with an unsettling uncertainty, fraught with unseen dangers. The world stands still, a canvas of lingering smoke and stark shadows, hinting at a perilous tomorrow.